Today we're going to be looking at the Icom IC21A, a much older 2-meter transceiver. This is often found at hamfests and in private sales with no power cable. So we're going to look at a way to make an AC power cable that'll let you power this guy up. On the back of the radio, this is the 6-pin power cable we're going to use. So we're going to use a Molex connector to connect to that. Here we go. You get a Molex 6-pin connector kit. Looks just like this. It's got a black sleeve in it. It's got the 6-pin connector, and it's got 4 terminals, only 4. This is the bare Molex connector, and as you can see, it's got 6 holes. We're only going to use 4 of those holes. We're going to use an AC power cable that I salvaged off of an old radio that was destined for the dumpster. This is just a plain old 2-prong AC radio, no ground plug. We're going to need a few supplies. We're going to need some solder. We're going to need a soldering iron or soldering gun. We're going to need a piece of insulated 14 or 16 gauge wire, a pair of pliers or crimper. First thing, take your AC cable and slide that black sleeve over the cable, okay? Slide it over the cable because later you won't be able to do that. We're going to split that wire and take about 1/4 inch off of each end. 1/4 inch off the end of each wire. Now we're going to slide 2 of those terminals over those bare wires and crimp them on and then solder them in place nice and firm. We're going to take about a 3-inch piece of that insulated wire we had, and we're going to put terminals on the ends of those. Okay, same thing. Crimp them in place and then solder them. Try not to melt the insulation. This is what your terminal end is going to look like. Notice it's got a little wing on each side, about 2/3 of the way down that terminal. That wing on each side is what's going to snap into place in that connector and hold everything where you want it to be. After we slide in the AC cable connectors, those terminals, this is what it looks like. You can see the ends of the metal terminals, and you can see the cable firmly in the connector. Roll it over. This is the patch cable side. You can see that you've got the terminals coming all the way almost to the end. This is what the finished product looks like. You can see with the tab on top, the lock tab on top, the AC cable goes on the left, the patch cable goes on the right. And all it's doing is connecting those 2 holes. This is the working end of the Molex connector. And again, you can see the 4 terminals, 2 on each end. Because we're looking from the opposite side, the red will be on the left, the black will be on the right. Now we're going to take that black sleeve that we put on at the very beginning and slide it up over our Molex connector. And the finished product is going to look a lot like this. There it is. This will also work on the companion VFO that Icom made for this radio.